Why working harder isn't making you rich, and what actually does. I put in 70-hour weeks for 3 years straight and barely scraped by. My friend worked maybe 30 hours a week and bought a house in cash. The difference? He knew something about wealth that nobody teaches in school, and I'm about to show you exactly what it is. Here's what's really going on. You've been sold a massive lie about how money works. Work hard, stay dedicated, put in the hours, and success will follow. It's complete garbage. I fell for it too. Right out of college, I got a marketing job paying 65 grand. Thought I was set. I showed up first, left last, worked weekends, took on extra projects. I was the employee everyone pointed to as the example. 3 years of grinding like that. You know what I got? A raise to $72,000. $7,000 for 3 years of destroying my health and missing my life. Meanwhile, my roommate from college, who barely passed his classes, started doing freelance web design. Worked maybe 25 hours a week. Within 2 years, he was clearing 200,000 annually. Same age, same education, completely different results. The gap between us wasn't talent or intelligence or work ethic. It was understanding one simple concept that separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck forever. You ready for this? Rich people don't trade time for money. Poor people do. That's it. That's the whole game. Think about your current situation. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. You don't work, you don't get paid. Sounds fair, right? Wrong. It's a rigged system designed to keep you running in place. Because there's a hard cap on how much time you have. 24 hours in a day. Even if you worked every single one and never slept, which would literally kill you, there's still a maximum amount you can earn. You've hit a ceiling before you even started. But wealthy people? They figured out how to disconnect their income from their hours. They make money while they sleep, while they're on vacation, while they're doing absolutely nothing. And no, I'm not talking about some passive income guru nonsense or cryptocurrency gambling. I'm talking about a fundamental shift in how you approach earning money. Let me show you exactly what I mean with 3 real examples. Example 1. Meet Jessica. She's a graphic designer at an advertising firm. Makes 80,000 a year. Works 55 hours a week because she's passionate and wants to prove herself. She's been there 5 years. Started at 62,000, now at 80. That's 18,000 over 5 years. Less than 4 grand a year in raises. Meanwhile, her living expenses went up way more than that. She's actually going backwards financially while working herself into the ground. Here's the thing Jessica doesn't understand. She's paid for her time, not her results. Doesn't matter if she designs the best campaign of her career or phones it in. She gets the same paycheck. Her salary has zero connection to the value she creates. The company captures all that value. She just gets her hourly wage disguised as a salary. Now, let me tell you about Marcus. He was also a graphic designer, made 70,000 at an agency. But Marcus did something different. He noticed clients constantly needed the same types of designs: logos, social media templates, presentation decks. So he spent 3 months creating a library of templates, professional, customizable, ready to use. Put them online for $20 each. First month he sold 8 templates, made $160. Pathetic, right? He almost quit. But he kept adding more templates, improving them based on feedback. 6 months in, he was selling 200 templates a month. 12 months in, 1,000 templates monthly. That's $20,000 a month in revenue from work he did once. He built it one time, and it keeps paying him forever. Marcus still works at his design job because he likes it, but he doesn't need it anymore. That template library generates $240,000 a year. He built an asset that works for him instead of trading his hours for dollars. Same skill set as Jessica. Completely different approach to earning money. Example 2. Here's another one. David worked in customer service for a software company. $45,000 a year, answering the same questions over and over. 8-hour shifts of telling people how to reset passwords and navigate the interface. Mind-numbing work. But David noticed something. The same 15 questions came up constantly. Every single day, different customers, identical problems. So David created a YouTube channel. Short videos answering each common question. Clear, simple explanations. Posted them all. Didn't tell anyone. Went back to his regular job. Few months later, he noticed the views climbing. Thousands of people were watching. So he made more videos. Deeper tutorials, advanced features, productivity tips. A year in, his channel had 50,000 subscribers. YouTube was paying him $3,000 a month in ad revenue. Software companies started reaching out, offering sponsorships, another $2,000 monthly. He added affiliate links to tools he recommended, another $1,000 a month. He was making $72,000 a year from YouTube alone, on top of his $45,000 salary. Now here's where it gets interesting. David created those videos once. They keep generating views and income 24/7. He posts maybe one new video a week now. Takes him 3 hours total. The rest of his content library just runs on autopilot, making money. He quit his customer service job 8 months ago. Now makes $130,000 a year, working 15 hours a week. Same knowledge he used as his old job, just packaged differently. Example 3. One more. Sarah was a paralegal making $58,000 a year. Decent job, stable income, completely capped. She could become the best paralegal in the world and maybe make $70,000. That's the ceiling. But Sarah understood something her co-workers didn't. She'd learned a ton about contract law and legal documents. Knowledge that regular people desperately needed but couldn't afford a lawyer for. She created a simple online course. How to review contracts before signing them. Red flags to watch for. Basic legal protection for freelancers and small business owners. Charged $200. Spent 2 months creating it, recording videos, building worksheets. Put it online. First 3 months, she sold 12 courses. Made $2,400. Better than nothing, but barely worth the effort. She was discouraged. But then something shifted. Students started leaving reviews, talking about it on forums, recommending it to others. Word spread. Suddenly she was selling 50 courses a month, then 100, then 200. Last I heard, she's doing 300 courses monthly. That's $60,000 a month, $720,000 a year, from a course she created once and just maintains. She employs someone part-time to handle customer questions, works maybe 20 hours a week herself, mostly on marketing and creating additional courses. Same legal knowledge she used as a paralegal, just repositioned as a scalable asset instead of trading hours for wages. See the pattern? Jessica, stuck in the time for money trap. Marcus, David and Sarah, all building assets that generate income independently of their time. This is the fundamental difference between people who build wealth and people who stay broke no matter how hard they work. Broke people sell their time. Rich people build assets. Now you're probably thinking, okay, great, but how do I actually do this? Let me break down the exact framework. Solution first, you need to shift your mindset completely. Stop thinking about earning money per hour. Start thinking about creating value that can be packaged and sold repeatedly. This is the single biggest mental shift you need to make. Look at what you currently do for work. What knowledge do you have that others need? What problems do you solve repeatedly? What skills have you developed that people pay for? That's your starting point. Digital products are the easiest entry point. Courses, templates, guides, tools, anything that can be created once and sold unlimited times with minimal extra effort. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to know more than the person who needs help. Here's the key. You're not looking to replace your income immediately. You're building a secondary income stream that compounds over time. Keep your job. Use your nights and weekends to build your asset. 2 hours a day is enough to create something substantial in 3 to 6 months. Let's say you're in accounting. You could create a template library for small business owners, budget spreadsheets, expense trackers, tax prep checklists. Sell them for 15 to 30 bucks each. Build 50 templates over 6 months. If you sell 10 of each monthly, that's 750 to 1500 a month. Not life-changing, but it's a start, and it compounds. Those templates keep selling month after month without additional work from you. Or maybe you're in sales. Create a course teaching your closing techniques. Record 20 video lessons on prospecting, handling objections, closing deals. Charge $200. Sell 5 a month to start. That's 1,000 extra monthly. Scale it to 20 sales monthly, you're at 4,000 extra. All from knowledge you already have. The vehicle doesn't matter. Online. Third, commit to the long game. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. Marcus didn't make 20,000 his first month. It took a year of consistent work. David built his channel for months before seeing real money. Sarah's course took 6 months to gain traction. Most people quit after 30 days, when they make 200 bucks and decide it's not worth it. That's why most people stay broke. They want immediate results from a strategy that requires patience and compounding. Give yourself 12 months minimum. Build consistently. Improve based on feedback. Let it compound. The first few months feel pointless. You're working hard for little money. But you're building infrastructure, creating content, establishing presence. Month 6 to 12 is where things start clicking. Momentum builds, word spreads, sales increase. By month 18 to 24, you're often making more from your assets than your job. That's when you have the option to quit and go full-time if you want, or keep both and stack income streams. Fourth, reinvest your early profits. When you make your first $1,000, don't spend it. Put it into improving your product, running ads, creating more content. This accelerates growth. Early money funds, better products. Better products generate more money. More money funds, expansion. It's a flywheel. Fifth, stack multiple assets over time. Don't stop at one income stream. Marcus built templates, then created a course teaching others to do the same. David has his YouTube channel, now sells his own software tool. Sarah has multiple courses, plus a membership site, plus coaching. Each asset builds on the previous one. Your audience from one product becomes customers for the next. Your expertise deepens. Your income multiplies. Here's what happens if you actually do this. Year 1. You're building and probably making a few thousand extra annually. Not exciting, but you're establishing foundation. Year 2, things accelerate. Maybe 15 to 30,000 extra from your assets. Year 3, 50 to 100,000 extra. Year 4, your assets might be generating more than your job. This isn't theoretical. This is the exact path thousands of people have followed. The only difference between them and people who stay stuck is they actually built the asset instead of just trading time forever. Quick recap. Let me summarize the key points because this is critical. Working harder at a job where you trade time for money will never make you wealthy. There's a built-in ceiling. The only way to break through is building assets that generate income independent of your time. Those assets can be digital products, content, software, templates, courses, anything you create once and sell repeatedly. You already have knowledge and skills that people will pay for. You just need to package them properly. Start small, keep your job. Use spare time to build. 2 hours daily for 6 months, create something substantial. Give it 12 months before judging results. The first months feel slow because you're building infrastructure. Growth compounds over time. Reinvest early profits to accelerate growth. Stack multiple income streams as you go. This is the actual path to wealth. Not working harder at your job. Building assets that work for you. CTA. Look, most people watching this won't do anything with it. They'll nod along, think it makes sense, and go right back to trading time for money. Don't be that person. Your current approach isn't working. If it was, you wouldn't be watching this video. Something needs to change. Start today. Identify one skill or piece of knowledge you have that solves a problem. Spend this week figuring out how to package it into a digital product. Next week, start creating it. In 6 months, you'll have an asset generating income. Or you can ignore this, keep grinding at your job, and be in the exact same financial position next year. Your choice. If this shifted how you think about earning money, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Hit the like button if you found this valuable. Now here's my question for you. What's stopping you from building your first income generating asset? Is it time, knowledge, fear of failure? Drop your honest answer in the comments. I'll respond to as many as I can and maybe make a follow-up video addressing the biggest obstacles people face. Remember, the difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't working harder. It's working on assets instead of just working for a paycheck. Make the shift. Your future self will thank you.